So here we are at Karfluki Fest. We are now backstage.
I need the hotel room.
I managed to get a pass.
Few more nights.
Wow.
Because
not easy.
Good for you, man.
Burned.
I drop kicked Leaf and took his, you know.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to get one, so I had to get mine somehow. And we're just hanging out with Adolfo and Mike on the camera.
Hey.
We know this guy. This guy's really quite an artist.
My name is Munson.
Munson. It's Munson Lazo. He's the lop of the group.
I'm Munson.
See, I never thought that
I have no idea what that's all about, but you know what? I'm not in the band anymore, so I don't really care.
We were playing up in upstate New York, and it was one of those nights when there were only about 6 people in the audience. They actually had come for hamburgers.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were having a good time up there because we figured we could do whatever the hell we wanted. Nobody gave a shit or was listening. Mike likes to run around, so Mike runs out into the dance floor spot, and there's a wall on the left-hand side. So I'm watching Mike doing his spinning thing, and then he runs over. He's gonna bounce off the wall and come back. But he hits a door in the wall. This like secret door thing. Mike just disappears into the banquet room next. Still playing though, man. I don't think you stopped playing. Might have missed a note or two, but
it was all dark in there.
Mike comes back out 30 seconds later, still madly fiddling. Oh, man. That's one of my favorite stories.
Yeah, I've forgotten about that. That's really funny.
We ran out of gas that time.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you remember, I was driving. Yeah, same location.
I think I wasn't asleep in the back because I don't think I ever slept on the van. That's why I kept driving.
Which town was it that's the first thing you come to when you're heading west on 80 and you leave Salt Lake and you cross the desert?
Wendover?
Was it Wendover?
Yeah, but it's
Elko.
90 miles away.
I was sweating, hoping we were going to get there. And we ran out of gas, and I could see the truck stop.
I remember that. We were
like
coasting.
a mile away. Yeah, I was going, come on. Everyone else was asleep, and I was just, oh no.
I was in the back. I was in the back trying to sleep, and I heard the engine miss. You know, like.
You get that sinking feeling. You're like, oh no, not again.
So I said, what's going on? And you're like, we're out of gas. And we all just sat there. Then the engine stopped, and we were still rolling.
Just a little
How far can we get?
And it was like, it was very quiet, and it was early morning, and we were just rolling slower and slower. And there was the gas station.
Yeah.
And we had just all sort of sat there.
A mile away.
You were really nice, though. You walked over to the gas station with me.
Well, I couldn't sleep. What am I supposed to do? Just lie there in that stinky van? Do you remember when I was driving out of Salt Lake? And I think, the only one awake. Up that hill at like 2 a.m. And the headlights went off.
Oh.
They went out.
Oh, yeah.
It went dark.
There was a tour where that kept happening.
And I was like, hey! And the only thing I could think of was to turn on the brights. Thank God they went on.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, it was so sweet.
And
you guys stole that. It became cheap-ass studios.
We
I didn't
did.
get my cut.
Well, what do you expect? We were too cheap-ass to buy a stamp to send it out to you.
We were in Erie, Pennsylvania, and we were there for 3 days, and we had a pretty nice hotel room. And John and I were rooming together. We went out for breakfast the last day, and there was that little cafe, and we had to get breakfast immediately because, of course, the Tempest van was going to leave, and there were these 2 guys in there who they just weren't getting along that morning. John and I decided we were going to get an egg wedge, a bagel sandwich essentially, and we're sitting there waiting. We've got our coffee, and from the back room we hear this, "Just make me a goddamn egg wedge!" There's this little hissy fit. The two possibly gay guys.
The 2 stop, drop, and roll guys.
Just make me a goddamn egg wedge!
I remember.
You were just a tough rock and roll. By the way, you and I were among the hardest rocking outfit that went on the road.
You know, I didn't realize how thunderous your bass was until I read that, and I went back and I looked and I listened again and I thought, those are some thunderous drones.
You should have heard him in the morning.
Hey, you know, I guess I'll just shake your hand and apologize for being, you know, a selfish prick. But you know, life on the road does that to you.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you, buddy.
I lie down, and you know how it is, like, and there was some jam session going on till all hours anyway. So we were like down there, finally came back up, and I was like almost asleep, and I dreamt that someone had like a big didgeridoo and dropped it on my head. And I actually literally got up and ran across the room to get away. Because I wasn't quite awake. And you woke up, and you ran across the room too.
I woke up in the corner.
And then it's like, why are we over here? I said, sorry. And you were like, damn it.
I was asleep, damn it.
You got me once in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, I remember that big semi-fancy hotel high up in the yeah, and I had some sort of hellacious dream, and it incorporated the red light coming out of the clock.
Yes.
It was all reflected on these glasses, and I was like, I was living this. I mean, it was terrifying.
And I was just happened to be a bystander, but I woke up to Mike saying, "Who's there? Who's there?" And it's pitch black, and so I'm like, "Who's there?"
Was it little
I don't know what I got up. Finally, we realized what was happening. I got to go to the bathroom. Came back and walked straight into the mirror.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Practically busted my nose.
But I woke up actually to you saying, Mike, wake up! You're having a dream. Knock it off.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Come on, wasn't I ever nice? Didn't I ever?
I would have been pretty crabby too.
None of us were. I mean,
What? We were all.
we all had our moments. I mean, we were all bitches. It came down. I mean, you can't be nice on a 30-hour car trip. I mean, nice doesn't really exist. You leave nice behind around 12 hours. You know?
Yeah,
You're
right
just
about the time
surviving.
everyone starts to smell like a horse.
Which with some was sooner than with others.
Yes, that's true.
It was what van juice and stuff.
Oh, especially that old van.